can't be made with the guitar. I don't want to compete with the Short Track Super Series, and I also want to watch the Short Track Super Series tomorrow. What's up, everybody? How we doing? How we doing? We back. We back. Last week's stream didn't nuke my channel, which is good, which is great. Yeah, that Short Track Super Series video was super copyrighted. Was definitely uploaded in the YouTube system, and it picked up that I was streaming it, that I was watching it, and they said, no, you better stop that. Luckily, though, I was able to delete that part from the replay, and you know, that's still up. I'm still here. Man, it rained again a lot on Saturday. Boy, howdy did it. Cat's still here, by the way. Yeah, I was supposed to be up at Lebanon on Saturday, and man, I was thinking, it's tough because I was thinking on like Friday afternoon, right? I'm like, man, maybe I should just go to Accord 2 tonight, you know, get out, be able to record an episode just in case I need to post it, in case something gets rained out. But then I'm like, no, I'm overthinking it. It's just supposed to be like little pop-up scattered showers tomorrow. It'll be okay. And then 12 tracks canceled. So, no video this week. This is the video. Yeah, so that definitely affected, you could see, I always forget that one. You could see it's not a lot we're going to be able to watch tonight. And on top of that, none of the Flow Racing broadcasts got highlights made of it, so we're just doing the 6 Dirt Track Digest shows. So it's going to be a short one today, and then I know Dirt Track actually has something racing right now. It's either Georgetown or Grandview, I forget which one. So it'll be a short stream, and then we could all go and watch that. How's everybody doing today? So a couple improvements I was able to make. Again, now, the schedule, I was able to get it look a little bit sharper. I also combined all of the shows that were supposed to be from last week into just one list, so it's not broken up into, you know, which ones have highlights, which ones were broadcasted. So they all have the winners there. They all have, you know, it's still the broadcast information. Then if we're watching the highlights, it's in green. The yellow ones, I didn't know if Flow Racing was going to make the highlights in time for tonight. So far, nothing. I'm hoping maybe by the end of it we'll get lucky with Granby, but in terms of Utica-Rome and what was the other one? Gotta wait for it. The top one. In terms of that one, there's I don't think there's going to be any luck. So I don't know why some weeks have highlights and some don't for those tracks. I know last year it was every week with Utica and Fonda, but this year it looks like they're picking and choosing. I mean, that stinks, but nothing we could do. I've not made it to Penn Can yet this year. I want to, though. Great thing, if you guys aren't like connected in the loop of, you know, Facebook and Twitter and stuff, Penn Can actually made an announcement that this week they're making it free entry for all the drivers and teams, as a way to say thank you for them for showing up every week and putting on the show. And I think that's just awesome. That's just such, you know, a great thing. Tracks need to make money, but so do the teams. So them tossing a bone like that, you know, that's really cool of them. I'm glad to see that. Also, there's new owners now for Utica-Rome. That came out of absolutely nowhere. I mean, there wasn't even like rumors or rumblings or like, hey, this track might be for sale. It's just like new owners. They're keeping racing, so don't even worry about it. But like new owners, and it's like, wow, okay, that happened quickly. But yeah, it sounds like they're still going to keep racing every Friday night, which, you know, of course, I'm happy about. Got to keep the sport going. Penn Cans, heard they acquired the bleachers from 5 Mile Point. I mean, last year, right? If you guys watched my 5 Mile Point video, it looked like 5 Mile had a lot of new stuff that they brought in. So I'm not surprised at all. Like, I remember the night I was there, they said like, "Oh yeah, we put in brand new wheel and caution lights for our last 3 shows." And it's like, oh, all right. Well, I'm glad they're still putting money into it, but that's cool. That's cool. I definitely got to get to Pencane. I got to get back to the southern tier region. I don't know why I have so many fans over there. It's like they're always recommending me tracks, and it's hard to go. And I'm a Danny Creedon fan too, so it's like I gotta get out there. Anything else I wanted to add? Yes, there is. I was able to color correct the logos of the tracks we're watching. That took a long time. I had to do a lot of editing on the images, and it looks a little bit pixelated, but I think that's probably going to be the best we could do. They did a few years ago. Man, it's sad what happened to 5 Mile. You know, owners loved it, fans loved it, but yeah, it is sad, and free camping at a racetrack, so I loved it, but that's why we gotta support your local, like it says down there. Gotta show up, gotta show up. All right, so that's about all I'm gonna do for an intro. So like I said, we only got 6 videos to watch today, so it's gonna be a quick one. I don't think we should get, dinged again for copyright, but why does Bridgeport have so many more views than New Egypt? We're gonna have to find out. All right, so first up, we're watching Airborne Park. Let's get into it. And as always, if audio needs to be adjusted, I can tell you right now it does. If audio needs to be adjusted one way or another, please let me go. Go Rangers, absolutely. I know who that is. What's up?
Story here as Felix Wise shut down.
Felix has not had a lot of good luck this year. I mean, I remember he DNQ'd the Accord race for the Short Track Super Series earlier this year, and I don't think he's really been able to rebound. At least down in the States. I know he won a couple up in Canada. Who used a great pick. So Stone. Okay, all right. I see. I don't know why though, but Mahaney is just so much better in a small block than he is in a big block. Oh, that track is mirror smooth already. I don't know how much of support divisions they had, during this night, but to be that smooth already it's got to be a lot. And that makes it so difficult to pass. Oh, Mahaney threw a bomb in one last attempt. Please let us get an interview with Stone. We're not gonna, are we? A little bit, alright. So Justin Stone running for Rookie of the Year points in the Super DIRTcar Series. This was his first win of the year. I don't know if it's his first win of his career at the track, but wherever he raced this year, it was his first win. He's definitely gonna be a good a strong contender in the years to come. It's so hard to read and talk at the same time sometimes. But yeah, really good for him. What are you doing? Oh, here we go. I'm gonna get yelled at for talking too loud. No, it's good to see him do well. It really is. She was biting at the wire of my headphones. Hey, what's up, Sean? Thanks for tuning in, man. Thanks for coming back. Wow, 5 Mile with dude. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. I really like the one time I was there. Like I really enjoyed myself. Like even though it was a Sunday and like the crowd knew it was one of the last shows, people came out, people supported. And I don't really know if the video caught it that well, but the atmosphere there that night was like not electric, but it was like everybody was ready to stand up and start cheering their guys on. And man, I would love to go back again, but forever on our hearts, unfortunately. Thankfully, I was able to make that video when I did. No, good. Justin Stone, man. It's good to see him. Good to see him up there. Let me. I can't get over how many shows were canceled on Saturday, man. That's crazy. And that's just that tracks that were running modifieds. You know, I don't know what Devil's Bowl was doing. I don't know what Bear Ridge was doing. Sean, you were at Penn Can last week, right? I remember you posted something. How was it? Okay, up next, though, in terms of clips we're watching, we got Ransomville. We have the Bicknell Racing Products Series modified feature from Ransomville. Let me switch the thing before I play it. There we go. Alright. It feels out of my headphones. I don't know if that's just me. Turn it down on my end a little bit.
Ransomville Speedway point leader Matt Williamson lead the field down the back straightaway. Off of turn 2, Cipriano, Belts, Slack, and Brockman, the top 5. Off of turn 4, Money Matt Williamson will lead lap number 1. Cipriano, Slack, Belts, Brockman, 3 wide with Lindbergh and Whaley. Brockman now the inside of Belts for 4th. Second spot. Dalton Slack, Chad Brockman, Gary Lindbergh round at the top 5 with 11 starting. Garage Crummer.
That was not common door, sir. Ooh.
Look out as Shannon Whaley spins the 44 in turn 4.
That was good timing.
Back green, 4 laps down, 31 laps to go. Here comes Chad Brockman to the outside. He's got 3rd off a turn.
So at least now where I am, the weather this weekend, it should just be a little bit cloudy. I don't know what it's doing upstate, but I have a good feeling that we're going to get a lot more racing in this weekend than we did last weekend. I'm surprised Rudolph isn't up there farther.
the interval. Now it's 1.335 seconds. Chad Brockman, the two-time BRP Mod Tour champion, going to try to track down the 2019 Super DIRTcar Series champion. Good restart by Williamson as they head into turn one.
See now this is where I expect Rudolph to be.
Here comes the fire starter. 4th to 30 battles for second with Brockman down the back straightaway.
Got pinched.
Susie also trying the top. Good battle for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Brockman, Rudolph up to 3rd. Cover back to 4th. Susie up to 5th. Lindbergh back to 6th. Slack is 7th. Nelson Mason and Cipriano battle for 8th as Kyle Richter runs 10th. White flag waving, this time by for the S&W Service family-owned number 6. The 2019 Super DIRTcar Series champion.
Man, I always just get so jealous seeing racetracks this smooth. And then I look at Orange County and there's just that famous pothole in turn 1.
BRP Mod Tour featuring Money Matt Williamson wins in Ransomville. Chad Brockman 2nd. Eric Rudolph wins the battle for 3rd over Gary Lindbergh.
Money Matt's dominance this year just continues, man. I mean, him and Rudolph has just been, they've just been kicking ass out west. $1967, wow. Wow. I'm gonna say this every week because I know people aren't used to it, like new people checking out the stream. You'll see cuts like that sometimes where like it just randomly cut to a restart. Whenever that happens, that's just like a single car broke down or a single car spun, and it's really not worth throwing in the highlight video, so it just cuts straight to the restart. I do it with my own videos. You're not old, man, don't worry. My dad's actually older than that, so don't worry. Yeah, I do it with my own videos. It's just, it's nothing special. It's really, you know, I'm not going to say you can ignore it, but it'd be nice to know what happened, like who and what happened, but at the end of the day, it's like, whatever. Alright, up next, we're going to Albany-Saratoga. They've put on some great races the past couple weeks. Both their weekly program and the Super Dirt Series that rolled in.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your Mark Hughes Memorial. Going green, $3,023 to the winner.
Oh, it was a special event. Okay, I didn't know that.
Green off of turn number 2. It'll be Rich Ronca.
Man, look at all those cars.
Ronca going to lead him down here through turn 3 and 4. Going to come down to put lap number 1 on the board.
Oh yeah, the weather was horrible Saturday.
With the number 1 car.
I mean, like I said, I was planning to go on to Lebanon, and the scattered showers that were randomly going to pop up every now and then turned into, it's raining hard. It was tornado warnings again up there. So, like 2 weeks in a row.
Up on the high side of the raceway, Matty D gonna make a charge down to turn number 3. He'll use that outside lane.
That is a wide track, man.
When they come to the line, Matt DiLorenzo pulls up alongside of Rich Ronca. Here's Matty D using the outside lane again, down the back straightaway. Now he'll clear Ronca and bring Jesse Mueller along with him on the outside. 2 of our 4 qualifying event winners earlier this evening. Using the high side of the raceway. Green flag is back out.
I mean, with the dirt subscriptions, you know, even if it gets bad, you could always go back and watch some old stuff. I do it all the time.
Didn't work. DiLorenzo got the run off the corner. Here comes Mueller. A bonsai move again on the outside. Working the inside, going to be the 35 of Mike Mahaney. Mahaney going to go downstairs. Now Mahaney will slide.
What was Mahaney's new nickname he was starting to come up with? Smooth Shoe? Something like that. Like, where did that even come from? I know he wasn't like super set on pots. Oh,
Over the bank, it's Mueller. Mueller up over the bank in turn 3, and it's going to bring yellow out on the speedway.
ooh,
Up off at
he
turn
got
number 2,
lucky.
down the back straightaway, a pair of 3 cars going at it up on the front. They touch. Down there on the back straightaway. They came together, and here comes
3 wide for
Mahaney.
the lead.
Mahaney trying to drive away, but both DiLorenzo and Mark Johnson recovered. Now the White Knight.
This track is so
down to
good,
the
man.
inside.
Oh,
He's gonna
man.
try and take
Oh, he
that
pushed
lead
him off.
away from that DiLorenzo. DiLorenzo, a brief off-track excursion.
Yeah,
And
smooth
now we
shoe.
line
Where
him
did
up
that even
looking at
come
3
from?
wide back there for the runner-up spot. 29 on the board.
Like, what's the story on that? Like, that's another one that just out of nowhere.
Johnson down the back straightaway with the lead. Peter Britton, one last ditch effort trying to get to him. No can do. Mark
Smooth shoe.
Johnson will win the Mark Hughes Memorial. Ladies and gentlemen, 3,023 reasons to smile. The winner of the Mark Hughes Memorial is Mark Johnson.
That was a hard race. A lot of guys just changing lanes. People mad at me, but I don't know what to tell you.
I was gonna say, man.
Stuffed it in there. You got to go. This racetrack right here is really racy, and it produced really good racing.
So a big congratulations.
Yeah, I was
to
gonna
Mark
say,
Johnson.
I'm sure not a lot of people were happy with that move, but at the end of the day, if you're racing for the win, he didn't put him in the wall. You know, there's no wall back there, so you know you can't feel that bad. But at the same time, you know, Rubin's racing, man. Whatever. If you don't like it, don't open up the inside. I think Mike Warren is doing a great job, by the way. Like, Shane Andrews is hard to... Like, he left big shoes to fill. I think he's doing a great job. I just don't understand where Smooth Shoe came from. So Johnson won, right? And if you guys missed last week, what I started to do is throw out a question to you guys when we're about halfway through with the clips, just for me to, like, catch my breath and talk. Yeah, I'd still prefer Shane too, but Mike's doing a good job. I really think he is. Damn, what was I just gonna say? Even though, all right, halfway question. We just saw White Knight Mark Johnson won, but I want to know, who's your guys' Johnson? You know, who you picking if you had to choose one? Obviously these are only guys that are still running. I didn't put Jumpin' Jack on there, but you know, of the current drivers, you know, you guys taking the Doctor, you guys taking the Dark Knight, AJ Slideways, RJ. This is so dumb. Yep, any Johns. Pick a Johnson. I'm actually really excited to see how Daniel, like what he does. You know, he's got like such a bright career ahead of him too. Like I'm excited to see what the future holds for him. 2 AJs, all right, okay. When I went down to Wall Stadium in Jersey, there was actually a guy a couple rows ahead of me in the section over that wore an Alan Johnson t-shirt, and I was like I didn't say anything, but like I had to know, you're so far away from where he races and at a completely different type of track. Like, are you a track chaser like me? What are you doing down there? I had to know, but I didn't say anything. I didn't want to be rude. Yeah, yeah, just sure, man. I'll think of some other stuff, some other questions, maybe some better ones, maybe some worse ones. It's only been 3 clips, so I really don't need that much of a break, or a second to catch my breath, or whatever. So we're gonna roll into the next one here. Big Diamond is up next. Change the screen, change the screen. There we go.
Ready to go green. Your Quandel Concrete 358 modified race is underway.
Oh, right off the bat. They're still wrecking. The whole pack wrecked. There's threes. Oh, man. They should have called that one back. Dude, I would have loved to see racing in real life back then. In real life. In person back then. I'll touch on it more after the highlights are done. The track really should have thrown a yellow there for a no start. They're still wrecking. A lot of hotheads.
This time, Wayne Whitmer keeping up with Mike Burrows. Burrows will clear him in turn 2. Oh, Matt Yoder getting bounced around a little bit over there in the corner. He'll fall back a few spots.
That's
Holy
awesome.
Hartwig with 73 dashing underneath the 17X of Kevin Beach. Move Hartwig up to third. Dwayne Howard into the top 5.
Hartwig picked off a couple of cars to move into that number 3 position. And now here comes the Diamond Cutter in the 15G. Dwayne Howard, he's working the top side of Kevin Beach Jr. Wow, you see that 55 continuing to show the way here. Mike Burrows.
There's another racy track they got going on.
All the way back through the pack. Using 2 grooves through turns 1 and 2. Oh, Wayne Whitmer.
And a little bit bumpy. It's smooth, but it's not merry, you know what I mean?
Hartwig not able to take advantage. Allowed Mike Lazowski to close in. Dwayne back in the throttle now. Brett Kressley slowly, methodically working his way forward. Picking them off one at a time. Kressley now into 6th.
Ooh, there was some contact.
Kevin Beach, Loudon Reimer.
No, I just said Rubbin's racing, but these guys are taking it a little extreme here.
You bet, and he is working that high side. Here he comes. Flat putting it down the front chute. Dwayne Howard. Move the Diamond Cutter now to the 2nd.
The Diamond Cutter. That's awesome. That's a badass nickname. That's better than Smooth Shoe.
They are going to complete lap 10 this time by.
They call me the Diamond Cutter. That's sharp.
The back end of the 55. Burrows has the lead, but he is in some heavy company right now. Side by side now for the race lead. Burrows closes up that door in a hurry, but he's got to.
All right, everybody up. Grandstand finish.
Howard to the inside, makes the move, and down the back chute, he takes over as the race leader.
Yeah, just a nice smooth move by the Diamond Cutter there in turns 1 and 2. Working the low groove. Got by Burrows, and now already beginning to put some distance between
Probably
himself
used
and
up all those tires too early.
Lazowski. How often over the past few weeks have we mentioned his name among the top 2 or 3? Mike Lazowski back to 3rd spot again. Kressley now going to 4th, bringing Loudon Reimer with him.
Burrows trying to pick
Driver of the week, Loudon Reimer.
Of the season, and he is certainly
Did
doing
we see
a
that
magnificent job right now. Now he goes a little bit high, however, and he's going to seize that opportunity. As you see, Lazowski coming side by side. He is going to inch his way into the runner-up position.
You know, it's really cool watching Brett Kressley and
So is this a long race, or is there just this many battles for position during the feature?
Oh, and the 15G just smacked the wall coming down the front stretch. There was some heavy traffic. Dwayne Howard shooting smart. Excuse me for that. But man, that got really, really close and exciting there for just a moment. Meanwhile, down the back straightaway, he took the lead, hasn't been looking back, even though he caught the wall, and the checkered flag for the first time this year to the Diamond Cutter, Dwayne Howard.
Diamond Cutter. That's awesome.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time this year, standing in victory lane, the Diamond Cutter, Dwayne Howard.
Diamond Cutter. That's awesome. I follow a couple guys on Twitter. Mike Miner and oh man, I've never had to pronounce his name out loud. Dean Winiger, something like that. Both those guys post pictures of old modifieds from the 70s and 80s. Um, and it's like never repeats. It's like different pictures like every single day, and it's like every time I see it, I'm like, man, I would have loved to sit in the stands and just watch these. Every single car is different. It's its own unique thing. I would have loved to watch these things like in person. Yeah, okay, all right. So you guys know what I'm talking about then. All right, cool. Um, I see that all the time. You know, those old cars just looked so badass, man. Um, and I saw the Pink Panther. I'm pretty sure that was the car that was at 5 Mile when I was recording that video. I'm pretty sure I put it in there. I don't know who the driver was. I just remember seeing like it's the Pink Panthers here today, you know, on their Facebook and everything. You know, come take a picture with the car. No idea who it was, but it looked cool. Just like every single one of those cars did at the time. 20,000 pictures. Oh my god. Holy moly, dude. That's crazy. That's nuts, man. Yeah, I mean, even when like the vintage stuff come to like Accord and Orange County, like it doesn't, I don't, it wasn't like, I'm sure it's not the same, right? Because a lot of those guys, they're like just racing to drive the car around. They're not racing for competition. It's really just like showing off the old days. But it's more like not a show, not like a car show or a it's like a demonstration. That's exactly it, more than a race. 1/24th scale, that's cool. That's awesome. I'm gonna roll with the next clip here. It's the only two tracks that raced on Saturday are both the ones in New Jersey, and thankfully they both have clips. So first on is going to be New Egypt here.
We are racing. Through turns 1 and 2, Jim Hounsworth has the lead.
So this was actually the one I ended up watching on Saturday. I was worried if I instead going north, I went south, I would get like halfway there, but then they would cancel anyway. I took the safe route, and I just bought the pass on Dirt Track Digest, and just hung out here and watched it. And you know, there's nothing like being at the track, but it's a great alternative, substitution, whatever you want to call it.
Here's the gaggle of cars. Yeah, right there.
The DTD guys just do a great job. Ooh.
He gets nailed. Through 1 and 2, really close racing there. They were trying to squeeze through the holes that weren't there.
You guys got to post the pictures of this stuff. Tag me in the die. I'd love to see it. Especially the diecast. I love diecast, man.
Ryan Godown bobbled. They were 3 and 4 wide behind him. Dominic Buffolino sweeps to the outside. Give the lead to the 2B. Buffolino now buck to the inside and into Ryan Godown. Problems behind him. DJ Hunt nearly stalled.
They never said what happened to Godown.
That caused a bottleneck chain reaction behind him. Everybody somehow clean and green though.
And I wished Tanner Van Dorn showed up to this tonight, because he also, like, he stopped on track in this feature and they never said what happened, so I would have loved to ask him what happened. I wonder if he's racing tonight instead.
All right, we're down in victory lane with Dominic Buffalino.
Yeah, they cut a lot from that. That was a good race. That was a really good race. A day over 50, that's awesome. No, but for real, guys, if you guys like take pictures, post it on Twitter or Facebook, whatever you do, and tag me in it. I'd love to see it. Man, we are flying through these clips. I think the first time I did one of these weekly modified streams, it must have been only like 6 or 7 clips too, but it still took like an hour and a half. Man, you guys keep mentioning 5 Mile. I'm happy I went, man, but I want to go again. No, actually, I didn't, Sean. I'll let me write that down. I can take a look. Because I see you post the schedule on Facebook too. But I'm mostly a Twitter guy, which stinks because a lot of racing dirt track guys are on Facebook and not on Twitter, so it's like. All right, so I'm gonna just roll the last clip here. It's Bridgeport. It's 5.5 minutes. So let's see what happened. First of the month, I put weekly one. I forgot Tim Pitts does Bridgeport too. The voice of my childhood. First of the month, I put weekly. Okay.
Wow, almost a short stainer by H.J. Bunting. Had the IG Burton car slung sideways, but he got it back in the right direction. Billy Pouch Jr., the Pony Marchetti #1 car, was to make a break into the top 5 running order. Here's Pouch on the inside. The Kids Kid from Frenchtown, New Jersey now rides back in spot #5.
Shepard Freeze, yeah. That's the big 3, yeah. How far back is Rudolph? If you know off the top of your head, I'm not going to make you go back and search it. No way, dude. Pitts is great.
Leader is still Manning, virtually unchallenged up the high side. He travels on a turn #4. Franz is second. J.R. Fulper third. Fourth is Ross, and Billy Pouch Jr. all over him.
He's at 9. Okay. Okay.
Swapping lanes with Pouch down the back straightaway. Pouch got
And 4th. Okay.
Ross full basket of RPM to the rim shot. Wheel to wheel. Billy Pouch Jr.'s on the inside, and Pouch.
Oh, that's the pony car. So if you guys don't know, they're making a movie based on Big Block Modified race and filming here at Bridgeport. And that pony car is like the main car, the hero. 4 wide for the lead on a restart. Oh my god.
Manning back to the lead step right now. Watch Stoyer. Stoyer gonna have a go fighting with Fulper right now. Pouch Jr. to the outside. Pouch Jr. in spot.
Oh man.
This is ugly. Here we go.
That was scary.
13 down, 17 on top.
He has 7 and 5th. Okay. Really? He only has 7? Biketti has 9? Wow, I did not expect Biketti to be up there. Rip the beads off the rosary. Like, how do you not like Tim Pitts, man? That's awesome. Manning, Pouch Jr. and Stoyer
see. On a turn number 2, they travel down the back straightaway.
He's so good, dude.
He's got Stewart to deal with. Here is Thrill and Dylan.
I have the tracks listed also. Okay.
Works to the inside of Pouch.
I still can't believe Piketty's in 4th. Like, I know he won twice at Accord. He obviously won at Lebanon. But I think he only won, like, 2-3 races at Lebanon. What a battle. There goes Story. Yeah, we got a great race here, boys. Hold on. He's so good.
Pouch Jr. drag racing with Manning on a turn number 4. Manning on the upper hand on it. Does Pouch Jr. have something? Has he thrown all his cards on the table? Maybe not. Manning goes way up to the upper rim that time.
This track was awesome to be at in person. It's definitely another one I gotta start going yearly. And I'd hate to do it just when it, like, 3 at Accord, 6 at the Valley. Okay. It's got to be small block then. He's got to add the small blocks.
Here we come on a turn number 4. Manning back to the number 1 spot. Stoyer, bottom side is open. Stoyer right back down.
There we go, Stoyer.
Watch the kids kid. The Pony Express number 1.
Ooh, he was thinking about it. Pouch was thinking about going 3 for the lead.
Down to the inside. Transponder stand by. Oh, they almost tangled that time. Manning manhandled his way back.
I wasn't able to go when it was 5/8. But I mean, look at this. How do you not like this? And I'm pretty sure they also have free camping, which is why I kind of want to go when, like, the weather breaks. But when racing starts, it's so much easier to convince myself to go south than it is to go north. But it's still, like, too cold to stay in a tent. I don't know. This is all next year problems. What a race, though, man. This was awesome.
Well-fought battle tonight here at the Bridgeport Motorsports Park. Ladies and gentlemen, make that check payable to Roger Manning.
Wow. Yeah, that deserves 111 likes. I don't care, man. I like Tim Pitts. I don't care what you guys say. Used to chase the series, but my backhand... Oh, stop it. When I went to Bridgeport earlier this year, I actually stayed at the Holiday Inn. South Philadelphia, I think it was called. That was probably the nicest hotel I think I've ever stayed in. So, I mean, the issue is it's, you know, a lot more expensive than camping. So, I understand if that's not something you could do. Second all-time favorite track, Rolling Wheels. Okay. See, again, man, that's one of the reasons why I, like, started doing the vlogs, is because, like, I'd never been to Rolling Wheels. I was lucky to get to 5 Mile. I'd never been to tracks like Trenton or Flemington, Langhorne, Danbury. Like, I never had the chance to go experience these. So I wanted to be able to, like, document what it's like for other people who in the future won't have those same chances I do. I would kill for Rolling Wheels to come back, at least for one race. I would spend so much money doing that, man. Dad won a strictly stock race up there. That's cool. That's cool. I'm gonna check real quick if the Granby highlights got posted. Maybe we'll get lucky. If not, I think, depending on how much rainouts are this weekend, no, it's not posted. So, depending on what we got next week, I could save the those highlights for tomorrow whenever it gets posted. Hey man, people are watching them, so I'm gonna keep doing them. That's all I got, man. I mean, six races go quick, apparently. I can't believe how good that Bridgeport race was. And same with, what was that, Big Diamond? Yeah, Big Diamond. And Albany. Yo, big block races are good. Modified races are awesome. More people should watch them. I hate how it's a niche thing because it's so much more interesting than like half the NASCAR races that are happening. Smell of fried dough back in the day. I have a fried dough story. It was either last year or 2 years ago. My family went to the SRX race at Stafford, and my dad went down to the bathroom, and he got us funnel cake that he brought back up for everybody. And I feel so bad for him, but it was hilarious. Yeah, NASCAR. Instead of putting sugar on the funnel cake, excuse me. Instead of putting sugar on the funnel cake, he dumped salt on it. So there was a mountain of salt on the funnel cake. And it's like, we ate a couple pieces and we're like, wait a minute, this doesn't taste right. Oh, man. It was funny. I feel bad for him, but, you know, laugh with him. It's hard to diss NASCAR because I'm going to Pocono. I've been going to Pocono every year since 2010. I saw amazing races there, but it's hard to convince myself that stage cautions are good and that playoffs are exciting when it's like, yeah, yeah, and spec cars are good, and it's like, again, man, just take me back to 2003 when I was growing up. There wasn't a bad race, and it was good, and it was raw, authentic racing. Just when you need a beer, bro. We needed mouthwash. Like, that was bad. But yeah, I guess we're just gonna have a quick stream this week. I think off the top of my head, Sean, you probably know this better. I don't think anything is racing next week on Wednesday, so this is probably gonna go back to Wednesday next week. I already have a video pre-recorded to get uploaded next week. It was a little storytime video I recorded when I was supposed to be at Bear Ridge earlier this year, but that got rained out. I was already up there, so it's like, what do I record? So it's just something to get out. And then after that, you know, Pocono, hopefully I can try to keep it below 40 minutes this year. Last year the video was an hour. Definitely gonna have to try to cut it down. The year they came back to Watkins Glen, my dad worked for Ford dealer. Oh, that's cool. I've been to Watkins Glen, sort of. Like, we went up there for the race, but it turns out, like, we thought we had tickets. Turns out we didn't have tickets, so we really couldn't watch the race. I was very young. I was probably like 3 or 4 years old. But, you know. I do want to try going to the 6 hour, the Watkins Glen 6 hour. I love IMSA and WEC and sports cars. One race next Wednesday. Okay. Which one is it? Mohawk has a 50 lapper. Alright, I'm streaming Wednesday. I get it. Like, I appreciate Mohawk and, like, Delaware and Lernerville, like, doing their own thing, but God, do I wish they could do Flow Racing or Dirt Track or Dirt Vision. You know what I mean? Like, I hate having to pay for all these different things. Thank you for checking, Sean. Alright, that's all I'm going to do for today, guys. Thank you guys for hanging out. You know, thank you guys for chatting, keeping me company, and there were some good races. Hopefully we get a lot more. You know, that giant block of red isn't going to be there for next week. And, man, there was a lot of cancellations. And, we'll see you guys again next week. I don't remember how I end these streams, so subscribe, like the stream, and more importantly, go support your local short tracks, because if you don't, then they will probably close. Okay. Now, how do I end broadcast again?